Hi guys, this is Sai Kumar Kortiwada. In this video, we will talk about React interpolation. Actually speaking, what does interpolation means? It means you have some dynamic data which you want to show on the UI without calling any get element by ID or so and so. So in general, whenever we are using in JavaScript, we have to get the element and use some set of methods like inner HTML or set value or get value. All this stuff we have to use in JavaScript for maintaining our dynamic values. But in React, they provided the interpolation technique which helps us to synchronize your variables with the UI. So let me go into the Visual Studio Code. I'll show you how we will be doing that. First, we'll try to create a variable, maybe any of the const or let or anything. So let me use something like let, or let me go with const because we'll declare ones and showcase them. So instead of showing this coding with Sai, what I'll do is channel name. I have created a variable and the channel name is this one as a string. Now the case is, instead of hard coding this data, I have stored that particular value in a variable. Now I want to showcase that variable in the UI. So whenever you want to showcase a variable in the UI, you have to use the interpolation. Interpolation in React can be done by using two flower bases between the JSX. So whenever you want to have a dynamic value between your JSX, h1 tag, it's a tag and it is a HTML content, and you want to showcase the dynamic value in between these two. So hence we'll be using a flower base which indicates that it's a dynamic value. So let me copy this channel name, put it over here, save this, go here and refresh. You saw the same coding with Sai. And if I change something over here, like let me make it as capital, let me make it as W, save this and go here, refresh. Yeah, it's done coding with Sai again. So whatever the channel name you are providing over here, it is getting over here. And let's try to do some other things like const a is equal to 10 and const b is equal to 20. So interpolation not only displays the value, but it also do some set of operations. For example, let me go here, let me use a h1 tag, and now I'm using an interpolation. What I'll do is I'll perform arithmetic operation. So let me use a plus b, save this and go here and refresh. So the value is 30. So it is able to combine that both values like arithmetic operation, and then the result is shown on the UI. So it can do all the calculations like arithmetic operations, it can perform relational operators, it can perform anything, it can perform. For example, let me go with the multiplication, save this and refresh. You are able to see 200. And now let me go with the division, save, and you can see 0.5. If you go with the modulus, you can see some value. Now you are able to see the value. Now the next case, we'll go with the Boolean values. For example, how to handle some conditional statements based on a value. For example, I have h1 again, and what I want to do is if a is greater than b, then I'm using a ternary operator. So already we should be very familiar with this ternary operator and operator and everything. So just I'm showcasing a ternary operator. Ternary operator is something like accepts two values, and it accepts one condition. Based on the condition, it executes the first statement after the question mark. If the condition is false, it executes the statement after the colon. So what I'm doing is I'm giving a string and another string. So if my condition is proper or correct, then a is greater, and if not, b is greater. So this is the conditional or ternary operator where I am trying to use. Now a is 10 value, b is 20. 10 is greater than b. It's absolutely false, and hence b is greater. So you can see the b is greater. Now let me go here. I'll just mark it as 100. So now the condition is true, and hence it shows a is greater. So you can perform the ternary operator as well. But some cases we may not use this ternary operator, and I want to showcase this ternary operator in a different manner. For example, I don't want to use if and else. Instead, if the result is true, then I want to show something. If the result is not true, I don't want to show something. So let me go with a h1 tag, and now I want to operate this with a is greater than b, and if the condition is true, then I want to show a is greater, else I don't want to show this. So let me go here, and you can see a is greater. Now the thing is, let me remove this and make it as 10. Now you are not seeing this element. But what happens if I'm writing like this? So let me go here and inspect this. If you see, we have a B, but there is an empty h1 tag which is taking a place over this React. That means your condition is written inside the h1 but not outside the h1. So when you have to show this, whenever you want to write such conditions, that means you don't want to show the whole element. If the condition is false, then you have to write at a global level. For example, I'll write something like this over here, and if the condition is true, then I want to show whole my h1. Let me cut this and put it over here. Yep. So now if the condition is true, save this, and a is greater, and you are able to see that a tag, h1 tag over here. And now if the condition is false, it will not show this empty h1 tag. So let me remove, let me show you that. The last one, let me go here, b is greater, and you are not able to see any empty h1 tag. So that is how you have to write. If the condition is true, and if you want to hide the element based on the condition or show the element based on the condition, then you have to write whole tag itself inside this interpolation. So that is how you can use this interpolation in different ways. And even you can write that interpolation for the properties as well. Let me show you that. So let me go into the const, and I'm giving something like text type is equal to password, and save this. Now let me create an input field over here, input, and by default we know that the type of input is text, but I want to change it to password. So I can give text type dynamically. Instead of giving hard-coded value, I am giving it dynamically. Let me go here, and you can see there is a password which is over here. That means you can use the interpolation not only between the tags but even for the properties. So you can use any of the dynamic value at any point of time by just using this flower braces. So that's how you can use your interpolation, or you can use your interpolation in React. So that's about our interpolation. In the next video, we will see about events. That means what are the different types of events which can be generated from an input field or a button, and how that should be managed in our React, and how we can inject a particular listener for a particular event. Everything we will see in the next upcoming video. Hope you got a glance about how to interpolate in React. If you have any questions, please put on your questions in the comment section, and hope you like my explanation. If you like my video, like, share, subscribe to my channel for more updates. Signing off. Thank you.